In this video, we are going to do these three questions from the chapter Comparing Quantities, class 8. And these two questions are based on these two formulas. That is, in case of increase in rate, could be rate of increase in terms of percentage. We are going to apply this formula in case of depreciation. When there is a value of the things get depreciated at a certain rate, we'll be applying the second formula. So let's begin with the first question. In this question from the chapter Comparing Quantities, the question says population of a place increased to 54,000 in 2003 at the rate of 5% per annum. And what we have to find out is the population in 2001. So we know the population in the year 2003 and we have to get the population of 2001. Moreover, you should know that there is an increase, right? The population is increasing over here, right? At the rate of 5%. So to solve this, we'll be applying the formula of this compound interest, right? So what we know here, that amount, which stands for A here, that is this amount here, is equal to P bracket 1 plus R over 100 raised to the power n. As for this question, we'll be considering this population 54,000 as amount, and then we are going to take the population of 2001 is what we have to determine. That means we'll be calculating P. But when I see the rate of interest is 5%. So this is 5. Now you need to see the difference in the time from 2001 to 2003. The time has to be how much? This time will be taken as 2 years. So let's say if I first write down the information we have, I'm going to replace A here with, as I said, 54,000. As we know the population of the later year, and the rate or R here is how much? 5% per annum. Further, we know N, which is the number of years, which is 2 in this case. And what we have to determine is the principal. So if you plug in these values on this formula, let's say what we get here, replacing A with 54,000 is equal to principal is what we have to determine, bracket 1 plus R, which is 5 over 100 raised to the power n, and n is 2 over here. So we can simplify it a bit. 5 1 times, 5 20 times. Now what we are going to do is to find the square of this. We should know that we have to determine the value of P in this case. So on taking LCM, what we are getting? 21 over 20. And since there is a square, we can say that it should be multiplied twice. Now next what we are going to do is to transpose these values to the left hand side in order to determine P. So it should be 20 over 21 multiplied by 20 over 21 is equal to P. So P will come as the, after simplifying this, I can see that it cannot be, it can be reduced a bit. Let's say if I reduce it 7 times, and 54 is divisible by, you should know that 54 is divisible by 3 by 18 times. So it should give you 18 followed by 3 more zeros. So I can reduce it further. This is 7 times, and 6 times is 18. Right. For the final calculation, what we are going to do, 6 into 2 into 2, that is 6 into 4, that is 24. This is 2, 4 followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. That divided by 49, because 7 into 7 is 49. So now we will be doing long division in order to determine the value. So it's 24 followed by 5 zeros. Right, this is 24 followed by 5 zeros, and that divided by 49 should give you the population. So it results to give you P as how much? This come as 4897.59. But then population cannot be in decimal. On rounding off, you may get this as 48980. So we'll say that the population in 2001 is how much? That's 48, sorry. This is 48980. So this is how we will determine the population. Now coming to the next part, what you can see over here in the second part, say we know the population of 2003 and then we have to determine the population of 2005, keeping the same rate of interest. So here also we can see that the time from 2003 to 2005 is 2 years only, and the rate of interest remains same, that is 5% per annum. But what's the difference over here? Here we know the population of preceding year and we have to get the population of the succeeding year. That means in that case, here we are going to take 54,000 as the principal. That's the only difference. So 54,000 will be the principal and we have to determine the amount in this case. So using the same formula, we are going to find out. So amount is what? Principal, which is 54,000 in this case, bracket 1 plus rate of interest is 5 over here. So it's 5 over 100. This is 5 over 100 raised to the power n, which is 2. So here too we can reduce 5 1 times, 5 20 times. On further simplification, we are getting this as 5 4 followed by 3 zeros. And this comes out to be 21 over 20, right? On taking LCM, it's 21 over 20 and there is a power of 2. So it's 21 over 20 that multiplied by 21 over 20. These zeros get cancelled with these two zeros. And this is 2 1 times 2 20 2 7 is 54, right? Followed by a 0. And this 2 1 times. This is 27 is also 270 is divisible, right? By 2. So we'll be dividing this as half of which 135. So finally we'll get this as 135. 21 square is how much? 441. So we'll be multiplying 441 with this to get that comes out to be amount, which is 59535. So we'll say that the population in this year is how much? This is 59535. That's how we will do this question. Now in this question it says in a laboratory, the count of bacteria in a certain experiment was increasing at the rate over here is 2.5% per hour. Further, it says that find the bacteria at the end of 2 hours. That means after 2 hours, we have to find the bacteria, and it says that initially the initial count of the bacteria was 5,06,000. So for that, again, we'll be applying the same formula, that is A is equal to P bracket. And this is what the formula will be applying in this case. That is A is equal to P bracket 1 plus R over 100 raised to the power n. So here P is the initial count of the bacteria, and we can see that P over here should come as 506,000. And the rate of interest should be taken as 2.5%, and this is per hour, right? And not this is per hour. And further, n stands for the number of terms, or in this case, n will as count as 2. Because the rate is per hour, right? Therefore, n should be number of hours, which is 2 in this case. And what we have to calculate here is the value of A in this case. So let's place the formula. So A is equal to what? P, and P is given as 506,000 bracket 1 plus R. R is how much? 2.5. This is 2.5 over 100, which may also write as 25 over 1000 raised to the power 2. Now we can reduce it, as you know, 25 1 times, 25 4 times is 100. That's why it should come as 40. So for further calculation, this is 506,000. And if I take LCM, it's going to be what? 41 over 40. But then there is a square. That's why we are writing 41 over 40 into 41 over 40. Now see, these the two zeros get cancelled over here. And if I divide this by 4, it's divisible by 4 1 times, 2 times, 6 times, and 5 times. So this is A is equal to 1265 should be multiplied with square of 41. So 41 square is how much? 1681, and that whole divided by this 4 here. So finally we'll calculate this to get the amount, and this is 1681 multiplied by, well, this is 1265, right? That should give you how much? 2126465, that divided by 4 should results to give you this in decimal. So what I'm writing this as 531616.25. So on rounding off, you may say that, on rounding off, you may say this is the required population. Not population over here, right? We have to find out the number. So it should be 5,31,606 should be the number over here after 2 hours, the number of bacterias.